Welcome back again here, everyone. Time for another arc of Young Justice Phantom Season 4. This time we're going, well, Atlantis, yes, but also some stuff happening other places as well. So it all kind of ties together in one gigantic, jumbled mess, which has become the theme for this show. Before I get into it, let me just touch on a few things. Now, Calder, should I say Aqualad? When I first met Aqualad, when I was first introduced to Aqualad in season 1 of Young Justice, I liked him. I thought he was an interesting character. I thought, this here was a person who was said to be a leader, but he also made mistakes. He also learned and grew along with the team and everything. It was really good. I liked that about him. I liked the whole dynamic of the team. I liked the way that they operated. Okay. We skip ahead a few years. We got to see him playing when he went undercover as a bad guy in Black Manta's organization. Again, I still think it happened too soon, but it was nice to see that he was, again, still that he was prioritizing what he had to do, even when he was undercover. Still cool and fun to see what was happening with him. And then we go on forward again to Young Justice, and they have just pretty much ruined Calder as a character, because rather than they just have him be interesting, no, they need to push as much garbage as possible. They've decided out of the blue to make him gay. That's what they do. They decided to make him gay, even though he had female romantic interest before. They decided to make him gay, and in doing so, they do what they always do. They just focus entirely on that and nothing else. So now every time you see, literally every time or even every other time that you see Calder, he either up underneath the man, kissing the man, or hug up the man, lie down with the man, spread out with the man, all kind of thing. That is it. You see little glimpses of the old Calder that you knew here and there, but not enough to make you interested at all. Nothing at all. Let's move on to Violet, who also has a part in this, because when this whole thing starts off, let me backtrack a bit. When this arc starts off, Calder, Nightwing is trying to persuade Calder to take some time off after what happens with Connor and all this sort of stuff. But no, we have other things to deal with. They have all kind of other. There'll be some big conference in Atlantis. We get to see now that Superboy is alive in some place that looks like the Phantom Zone, because it is the Phantom Zone, and he has an unconscious Phantom girl with her. How did they end up in the Phantom Zone? We don't know. But they're in there, and that's where they are, for some unfriggin' known reason. Also, we have Violet, right? Now, well, Violet, aka Halo, but when she was introduced, now here's the thing, when they did, Halo was originally a white girl. She was originally a white girl, and she had the same kind of powers, but a little different as well, but she was originally a white girl. When they decided to redo Halo for Young Justice, I didn't so much mind it, because I thought the way that they did it, I actually was interested in the character. The fact that she had the fact that she was a mother box soul inhabiting this dead human body, and the fact that she had to learn about herself, and the fact that she was also interested in her Islamic faith. But she was a solid character at times. She was interesting. Look at it and you could say, well, okay, this is an interesting character who's growing here. All right. But somehow she gets in this whole thing now, and the whole thing about it is next thing you see when it comes to Violet, she is talking to to Gabrielle's mother, who's the body of that she's in now. This little boy talking about how she wants to know more about her Islamic faith and what if she's not quite female, and I'm like, wait, what? Next thing you, before you know it, you see she talking to Habaru, who has literally been trying to scissor with her since the moment they met. You understand? Talking about how I'm talking about how she is, how she's now non-binary, and she wants to go by the pronouns they, them, and I was like, oh Christ Almighty, they had to start this shit. While that's happening now, in Atlantis, they're having some meeting. The conference gets attacked by Ocean Master, and some mysterious man saves the conference. Well, shocking, no. When they also, in season 3, we got glimpses of the Legion of Superheroes. That some of them were there. And I thought to myself, okay, we have some of the Legion of Superheroes. This could be really interesting. This could be a chance for them to finally move away from the freaking light that has been around way too long, and probably get introduced to some threat from the future, trying to change it or something like that. So something interesting. We end up finding out that Saturn Girl, Chameleon Boy, and Phantom Girl, they've come from the future and they need Superman's help because they were supposed to be protecting Connor, and then that happened and everybody think he's dead. But I mean, I'm like, okay, maybe this might get a little better. Probably not. So after that whole thing happened in Atlantis now, everybody is thinking that the mysterious stranger might be the long lost king of Atlantis. Well, the original king of Atlantis would be Vandal Savage's grandson. You understand me? Even Mira is telling Arthur that, you know, it could be that and that there's some ancient Atlantean prophecy and all this kind of thing. And as usual, Arthur is not impressed. He's thinking to himself, you know, have to be logical, have to keep an open mind for what is actually happening. When the whole incident with Child happened on this big pillar of fire appeared by Atlantis, Mira, Ocean Master, and the unknown man work together to stop it. They end up stopping it now. End up finding out that this mysterious man is Aryan, as he claims to be. There's also this crappy thing about when Megan comes back and she finds out that Beast Boy is depressed, so she had to have some kind of intervention which doesn't work. And then she threatens him that says that, you know, he has to go and check him with Black Canary or else he'll be dismissed from the team. And I am like, maybe you should just walk away because all you're making no kind of sense. So this mysterious Aryan shows up in Atlantis. And everybody is all, oh yes, it's Aryan, the prophecy has been fulfilled and all this. Even Mira is ready to jump on the bandwagon and literally hand over everything and anything to this man. The only person who is very careful and who doesn't believe it and thinks something else is going on is Aquaman. Right? The only person who believes it is Aquaman. So he sends Calder and the man who always had to be with him and a few others to go and look for this crown. One thing I should also mention, Lagoon Boy. We get to find out that Lagoon Boy, who was, as you remember, Lagoon Boy was dating Megan in season 2. That was she rebound guy after what happened with Connor. Yeah, but Lagoon Boy has a wife who's pregnant, and he also has a husband. Yeah, a wife and a husband. They are apparently involved in some kind of weird underwater three-way. I don't know what kind of polyamory. I don't know what kind of shit them was doing there. I don't even care to know, honestly. So a couple of them gone to find this lost crown, that this crown of Aryan, to find out what is going on. Meanwhile, Aquaman puts it together that the Ocean Master, who they have locked in their cells in Atlantis, is actually a clone, right? when Calder and the rest of them find the crown and come back, the whole of Atlantis wants to name Arian as the new king, the new all-powerful, all-reigning supreme king. Once again, even Mira is perfectly happy to go along with it. The only person who knows something is wrong is Aquaman. When he tries to tell people, they won't listen, so they bring back the crown. It turns out that the so-called Aryan is actually Ocean Master, a clone who had Aryan's DNA fused with him. When he puts on the crown, the Lords of Order literally disintegrate him. So you would think to yourself, okay, the only person who actually knew what was going on and was doing something about it was Arthur. He should be High King. No. He refuses to be High King and gives the crown to Mira, right? And then says that, he has fulfilled, and she's saying that she has fulfilled the prophecy. In what freaking way, I don't know. She was perfectly happy to hand it over to a complete unknown lunatic. The only person who actually thought like a ruler, used common sense, and actually looked for the truth was Arthur. And then you want to say, well, what? Oh, well, she did save Atlantis. We were in China. So what the hell was she supposed to do? Leave it to get destroyed? Mira did nothing to warrant getting that crown. Absolutely nothing at all. But this is the same shit that they did in DC Comics, where literally Mira took over ruling while Arthur was in the background raising the chest, and they pretty much cuckold him. That was it. And then you have Arthur saying that he will return to the Justice League and be Aquaman. I mean, none of it makes any sense. Literally, none of it makes any sense whatsoever. Nothing about this thing made any kind of sense. The only person who did anything that could have been warranted as common sense was Arthur, showing that he is well within, showing that he's the right person to rule. No, let's hand it over to Mira, because you know why? She's the Bran Stark of this entire thing. That's it. That's all she did. Didn't help in any way, didn't fix anything, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then, in the end, post-credit season, what we get? Calder goes to everybody's favorite therapist, Black Canary, because he needs counseling about something. I mean, it started to get absolutely ridiculous. It's like every other person somehow needs all this counseling. Because why? Black Canary needs to be there, and everybody has all this pent-up emotional damage and all kind of thing. It's freaking ridiculous. In the first season, they went through something bad. They had one counseling session. They worked through it. They got up, they moved on, they did it. But now everybody, practically every day, have to go for some kind of counseling because of something. Oh, bloody hell, man. Once again, this arc was just another letdown, because first off, you threw in you threw in this whole thing with Halo and she, they, them pronoun shit that nobody is interested in whatsoever. But no, you just need to do that. You understand me? The one person who showed any kind of common sense, being Arthur, decides to give up his crown because why? The future is female and they know everything and men are idiots and all of this nonsense. We got to see Calder do nothing more than spend time with his man all the other time rather than actually use his brain to do anything. Got little glimpses here and there, but nothing concrete. We got to find out that Superboy is in the bloody Phantom Zone along with Phantom Girl. We don't know how they end up there. Nothing at all. We don't know how they end up there. And then to top it off, Black Canary decided to once again counsel somebody else because everybody suddenly needs therapy. Another disappointing arc. Disappointing that has become a normal thing when it comes to Young Justice. disappointing. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. If you like the arc and you have a different opinion, be sure to let me know. If you like the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell. Be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.